Hello, this is Sam from Sound on Sound magazine. We're at the NAMM show in Anaheim, California, and as always, it's my delight to be joined by Colin from McDSP. Hello, Colin.
Hello, Sam. How are you?
I'm pretty well. How are you?
Well, it's the first day of the show, so I feel great for now. We'll see how it goes by day 3.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, get the throat sweets and the voice stuff going.
We'll try to keep the shouting to a minimum. We'll see how I do.
Okay, well, if you were to do any shouting, what would you be shouting about at this show?
Well, new at the NAMM show, we have the KD1. It's another APB plugin made specifically to control all the analog saturation goodness within the APB box that we've come up with. That's the APB16 and APB8. Oh yeah, it's got a really cool UI. It makes you curious about what it does. And when you turn those knobs, you'll know what it does and you'll want one. That's the whole idea.
Okay, let's rewind a bit. For
All right.
anyone who doesn't know, APB, analog processing box, amazing bright green unit,
Yep.
looks to your computer like plugins. It's actually an analog processor.
Yeah, yep. The APB, the analog processing box, was an idea we had where we thought, we modeled all this analog outboard gear. Surely we could take these models and implement them again as an analog circuit that we could completely control, which is what the APB is in a 16-channel or 8-channel box. Everything's controlled from a plugin, like Sam said, sample accurate control, so you can do session recall, perfect automation. It's just as easy as using the plugin, but all the audio processing happens within the box, the analog processing box. I should caveat that sometimes we do blend digital processing with the analog processing when it makes sense, like we have some equalizers, like an equalizer curve, we can nail that in software, but then the analog output stage, the analog saturation is blended or somewhat controlled by what kind of curve you're dialing up, and it's just a great combination, in my totally biased opinion.
So the existing APB plugins are focused mainly on dynamics, however. They do have saturation, but that's a sort of secondary feature rather. But this one is all about the grid.
So it's all about saturation. You can dial in where you want the saturation to sit in the frequency spectrum. We have no less than 3 different saturation circuit blends, the giant drive knob to crank it in there. We also have like a kinetics feature, which is sort of what gives you when you hit like a real saturation circuit, that circuit will also try to suppress the sound because it doesn't think you want to saturate. Or you can, so basically you can have a feature you can enable or disable the amount of safety, if you will, inside the saturation circuit. But a lot of people describe, it's like your voltage sag or your tube compression. We're like, I'm not going to use analogies, but it's just try it out. It's like a safety feature. You want more, you want less. It's in there. But it's basically the raw control of that saturation circuit that is in every APB channel.
So are you aiming here more for the sort of subtle, gentle saturation or the full-on wall of sound?
You can totally get some of both. It does have a wet dry knob, so if you want to crush it and blend back in some of the original signal, you can do that. If you want to add a little bit, but in my totally biased opinion, it sounds great. It's really hard to get a bad sound out of it, whether you're cranking the crap out of it or just giving a little bit. And I think part of that, to not sound too cliche, it's because it's analog. There's an analog circuit. There's not a lot of aliasing or harmonic issues you have with a digital distortion kind of circuit. It's just analog and it sounds great. And it's using these saturation circuits we've made, it took us years to work on to come up with that we knew would be applicable for most music applications. And it's just another plugin for the APB that's turned out really good. I'm really pleased with it. Oh, there it is right there, KD1. And it's free to all registered customers.
Yeah, and like all the APB plugins, you buy the box, you get all the plugins free.
Yep.
No further upgrades.
You just have to register your purchase so we know who you are, so we can send you the extra authorizations that didn't come delivered with the box.
Amazing. Well, I'm looking forward to distorting some of my music.
Yes, sir.
It's the best way to listen to my music.
Whatever Sam says, I'll believe.
Great to see you, Colin.
Great to see you.